Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Unlicensed the Archives, where I am looking at old advice written by women to women and examining how absolutely crazy it is. My name is Jill. I'm the host of Unlicensed, the digital advice podcast that offers advice to women from women every week. And let's dive into the episode for today. Dear Abby, for the last few years, I've been the secretary to an unmarried man, almost young enough to be my son. Because he lives alone, I do many personal things for him in addition to my regular secretarial duties. Last summer, we took a European vacation at the same time, and since he is well acquainted there, I was entertained royally by his friends along with him. That is a little interesting.
That's suspicious.
You really just happen to be in the same country as your boss on the same week and you guys made plans to be together. But also, if I was in the same country as one of my coworkers during the same week, I probably would make plans to see them.
Now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
I guess that happens. Like, sometimes you'll be talking to a friend and you're like, I'm going to Houston. And they're like, what weekend? I'm like, this weekend. And you're like, oh my God, me too. Typically, you have plans already and you don't usually see them, so that is interesting. Believe me, all of this was perfectly innocent and it was with my husband's knowledge and approval. Okay, so the husband knows that she's going on this trip, but I know there is talk amongst my coworkers and little understanding on the part of my friends. Should I ignore the talk and go on as I have? People will talk shit about everything, especially people you work with.
Gotten to the point. You should know this too.
People at work are more hyper aware of things because they're trying to appear to be professional. So anything that doesn't fit into that standard tradition of what a work environment will look like, people definitely will pay attention to it. I definitely feel for her because it's not fun being talked about, and it's definitely not fun being talked about in the place that you consider work and that you have to be at a long part of the day.
You ain't gonna be into gossip?
No, I don't gossip. I hate drama. I hate toxic people.
The advice columnist responded and they said, Dear Troubled, if everything is on the up and up and your husband understands and approves, it appears that your only problem is the talk. This is like the first wholesome advice that I've read so far during this series. I was expecting her to be like, quit your job. They think that you're having an affair with this man. Quit your job immediately.
Left, right, let me see you do it.
Do not quit your job. If nothing is happening actually inappropriate, why would I quit my job? This is good money. I got my dental and vision. I actually charge a lot for fillings also, y'all. I was like, yo, if this is the case, just make sure you aren't inviting the talk by talking too much yourself.
Guess who's jealous of Adele? Beyonce.
People will make something out of nothing. If you give people even the slightest inkling of what happened. If you're like, yeah, we actually ended up getting drinks with my boss's friends and we were all there, it was super fun. People would be like, well, I heard they were drinking together. They probably were drunk. Who knows what happened? I heard they were staying at the same hotel. I wonder. People will talk. So I actually don't disagree with this. When people are talking shit about you, it is someone that you really cannot trust at the end of the day. If that's a friend, if that is a family member, whoever it is. If they are already exaggerating and talking shit about nothing that's happened, imagine you give them a breadcrumb. They're going to take that crumb, call Hansel and Gretel, start up the whole party. The witch is here. The witch is here. Okay. So if you guys enjoyed today's episode, if you want your advice featured on my podcast, head to my website, www.unlicenssedpodcast.com, or my Instagram @unlicenssedadvice.